voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Hello, beautiful people. What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. We got a show. Hold on. I'm trying to make me a hit the link for merch. I gotta make my own sign, y'all. Cause I be only 100% relying on my boo, Abundance and Clarity. And when she not here, I gotta make my own links for y'all to hit on the chat. So it's not on her, it's on me. Hold on. Hit the link for merch. And then we're going to hit the Voodoo Doll TV Shop.com. There you go. Let me copy this crap. When I get off of here, remind me to make a link. So whenever my mod isn't here, I can do it myself. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all doing well. Come on in. Come on in. We got a few things to discuss. First and foremost, since I was talking about it, if you guys would like to support the dog, go ahead on and hit the link, voodoodolltvshop.com. Hit that link, voodoodolltvshop.com, if you would like to support the dog. And shout out to everybody who supported so far. I really, really appreciate y'all because I am getting orders. Shout out to y'all. Welcome to the Morning Joce. If you are new, welcome on in. Hit that like button and subscribe to everybody, but definitely to the new people. Hit that like button and subscribe so you'll know when we upload or go live over here, and you'll be able to come over here and be like, girl, you see what I'm saying? That way you won't be like, oh, they didn't tell me or whatever. You'll know. So hit the notification bell as well to make sure that you'll know when I go live. Now, on top of that, like I said, welcome on in, welcome on in. Shout out to everybody in the building, all the members, all the subscribers, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well on this beautiful Thursday. It was hot earlier. Now it looks like it want to rain. I don't know what's going on. So before we get into the morning announcements, Black America, or before we get into the show, let's do the morning announcements. Black America genealogy is key. We need you guys to get out there and hit the pavement and do your genealogy. We're waking up. So please, Black America, do genealogy. All it is a family tree or record of you and the people who came before you. This is going to help you to free yourself as far as who you are with identity. And identity is the first key to freedom, which would henceforth lead you into your paradise. Okay, you want to get out of hell? Know who you are. So please, Black America, if you don't do anything, do your genealogy, okay? Asia said they're going camping tomorrow. Girl, have fun. I went camping one time. I ain't gonna lie, it was with my lady. But it was fun though. It was fun, girl. Have a good time and go with a real tent, please. Okay, I'm off the subject. Anyway, also Black America, ground, meditate, and pray. Ground, meditate, and pray. It is going to be the most advantageous thing for you right now during this spiritual warfare, okay? So please, come on in. We got a few things to discuss. What are we talking about today? What is we talking about today, honey? So today we will be discussing, I know y'all seen the thumbnail. We're going to talk about music and streaming, how streaming killed music, but also how our culture helped streaming to kill music. And also basically, there's no money in streaming music no more. So if you are somebody you know as an artist, I think the most advantageous way for you to go is independent. You know, like Master P. Remember Master P was selling his CDs out the trunk? Kind of like that on the internet. So, but we'll get into it. We'll get into that. We also get into African American. Well, this African girl claims that she's a Black American because she's Black and in America. The hate and the destiny swapping is real. We'll get into that. We'll also get into Haitians protesting against they having to be deported. Tell me why the Haitians over there protesting, right? Saying that they shouldn't be deported because America needs them. Tell me why them people is around there saying that if the Haitians go, Walmart gonna fail, Amazon gonna fail, and America gonna fail if the Haitians go. I can't wait to the day where the land regurgitate all of these people that don't belong here off of this land, because it's coming. There's going to be a day where the land literally kicks everybody off of here that don't belong here. And guess what, Haitians? Y'all part of them people. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. See, this is what happens when you keep repeating the same lie over and over and over again. You begin to believe it. And what's the lie I'm talking about? The lie that the Democrats started spreading to everybody was that immigrants built this country. And we know for a fact, hold on. I was trying to pick up my pen with my toe. But look, we know for a fact immigrants did not build this country. As a matter of fact, immigrants are literally just starting to come in here in the droves by the 1900s. All of that stuff y'all learned in school about this group of people being here in 18, they lying. It was just us and a few of them invaders, okay? These people are just getting to America in the 1900s. But they keep saying over and over that they built this country, and now they starting to believe it. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I can't wait for the land to get them all up out of here. We'll get into that. Then we also got to get into Arabs in Michigan. Child, I went and looked at a video of the Arabs. Tell me why not only have they taken over the state of Michigan, but they are in politics up there. And when you see how they were acting at this city council meeting or whatever it was, you would think you was watching a political meeting in a third world country. But again, Black America, this is what they wanted to do. Remember, this is an invasion. They're setting up foreign groups of people. I need y'all to understand. They're setting up foreign groups of people all across America in order to combat us. That's what this is all about. So when the last 4 years passed and Democrats let all them different foreigners in, they were very strategic on where they set them up. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got a whole bunch of Nigerians in Houston, a whole bunch of Arabs and whatever that is up there in Michigan. And even in the Twin Cities, you got a whole bunch of whatever out here in Atlanta. It was all strategic. Black America, y'all better get into chess. A lot of y'all may not know a lot about the game of chess, but y'all better get into it, because y'all will be able to see this game that we call a board, or this board that we call a game that we call life. You'll be able to see it a whole lot better, okay? So we'll get into that. We also got to get into Memphis Bleek cussing out of everybody. Hold on. I don't know what that was, but I guess they were asking about why Jay-Z decided to have his album sold in Target, seeing that Black America was boycotting Target. And Memphis Bleek went off. And this is a very important lesson for y'all to learn, because see, y'all got to understand, every hover has its flunky. You see what I'm saying? A nigga like Memphis Bleek, who's only got a little bit more than a minimum, and that's enough for him. And he's a die hard till he die. We're gonna get into it, and that's why no wonder nobody ain't like him. We're gonna get into it. Then we also got to get into Camron coming out saying that we are not African and that he is not African. The message is spreading. We are waking up, Black America, because you are not African. The only way for you to find out exactly who you are is through genealogy. So please do that. But yes, we are waking up, and I am here for it. So y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. And like I said, welcome to the morning Joce, okay? Now, let's jump off the porch. Wait, let me read this super chat from my boo Titi. Thank you so much again for the super chat. I appreciate you. I make it right. I make it right. I make it right on them hoes. I make it right. I make it right. I make it right on them hoes. Thank you, Titi, so much for the super chat. She says, blessings and favor to you, Vu. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Titi. You look beautiful in your picture. Thank you so much. I love your hair. Shout out to everybody in the building. Special shout out to my Titi. Love you down. Let's get off into the show, okay? Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. And shout out to everybody who dragging Cardi B for dragging this victim, Chris Blake. I just had to add that in because that heifer need to be canceled. ASAP Rocky. Let's get into an honorable mention. Y'all get the likes up. Good morning. Well, it's kind of like afternoon. But you get what I'm saying. Somebody just waking up. Good morning. It says elderly Florida woman says she received an embarrassing new license plate from the DMV that reads squeeze ass. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up.
Didn't know I was getting a plate.
When Nancy Delastrito went to collect her mail, she got quite the surprise, a new license plate with her vehicle registration renewal.
And I looked at it and I said, I don't think so.
The plate reads SQZA55, but from a distance, those 55s can be read as S's. Well, you get the picture. Squeeze blank.
I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say.
The plates become the talk around her retirement community, especially the men. We were with her when she showed it to one of her 89-year-old neighbors.
And this is what I received from the DMV for my new license plate. That's good for 10 years. Good.
Florida license plates have been made at a state prison in North Florida for almost a century. Then they're funneled through the county agencies. Nancy's plate was mailed from the Broward Property Tax Collector's office. We went there to try to help her get some answers. It's a question about a tag, if you want to replace a tag. And while no one wanted to talk on camera, we were told anyone unhappy with a plate can turn it in for another one for free.
I'm kind of resigning to it. And I figured maybe it was just destined to be on my car.
So for now, Nancy's keeping the tag, although she is planning to let the state know about it. She'll see the reaction when she goes public with her new plate.
I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. Actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
Shout out to that clear.
I didn't know.
Shout out to that clear lady. Because, see, I wouldn't have tried to turn mine in. I would have ran outside to put my plate on my car. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if I was 112. See, when I'd have opened my mail and that would have been my plate, child, the way I'd have ran outside to get them screws off that old plate so I could replace it. Everybody different. But you know, this is the crazy part. The lady knows she ain't want to turn that plate back in. She know that. She just wanted to make a stink out of it so she won't look like a freak. Ma'am, I know about y'all old elderly people. They say y'all nasty. And if you live in an elderly community, I know you out there giving out coochie because that's what all y'all around there doing, allegedly. Okay? So with that being said, don't act like you don't want the license plate. You saw when she showed it to her neighbor, huh? What he did, started laughing. She know what's up. I like it though. Shout out to the lady. She is gonna keep her plate, squeeze ass. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be the talk of the town if I was living in that neighborhood. I couldn't listen. STDs running rampant. Ain't. I'm not even being nasty and mean. Elderly people are very nasty. I hope y'all know that, right? You want to know about a freak off? Visit an elderly community or elderly a home or anywhere elders. People, I'm talking about old nasty down to the ground. I'm telling you, I ain't making it up. If you know, you know. Them old people be nasty AF. I'm talking about freaks. It's almost like they get 75 and say, screw it. You know what I'm saying? Freak offs, orgies, everything. It is crazy. Them old people be getting HIV and they don't care because they like, I only got 5 years anyway. Fuck it. Roll it out. You see what I'm saying? They nasty AF, and not just the men, the women too. They nasty, nasty, nasty. So if that lady was acting like she didn't want to keep her plate, I seen right through a lady. I'm not the one of the two. You know you wanted to keep that plate. That's why she said, well, you know, after 70, it'll be nice having honks from the other horns, you know, with your little nasty tail self. Them old people be nasty AF. I'm telling you. I be looking at my grandma sideways sometimes when I pull up at her apartment complex and the men come out. Oh, that's my friend. I be looking at her. Girl, that's who that is? Because look, soon as I pull up, oh, this is my granddaughter. And I'm looking at the man. Well, who is this? Oh, that's my neighbor, girl. And I'm just looking at her like, okay, but I ain't gonna go there. I'm just saying. I always be looking sideways. And you know me, I ask my grandma, is you sleeping with these people in here or no? You know, and my grandma, she'll tell me no, but I don't know if she'll tell me the truth. She'll tell me no. I just don't know if no will be the truth. At any rate, the point is old people is nasty. So ain't nothing wrong with the plate. It went to the right recipient. I promise you. That plate went to the right recipient. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I'm telling you, when you get about 65, 70, you get real nasty, they say. I know when I'm about 70, I'm going to be a freak. Do you hear me? See, when I'm about 70, legs going to be permanent. Do you hear me? I ain't going to be doing nothing but smoking weed and fucking. Do you hear me? When I make 70, legs going to be permanent. Like, everywhere I go, I'm going to just sit like this. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Come on now. We got to live our lives. And speaking of living our lives, did y'all see this video with this lady? Oh my God, this is more of a serious note, y'all. So this lady, I guess she was homeless and going through homeless situations. And one of her children, her son, decided that he didn't want to live pillar to post inside of motel, hotels, and Holiday Inns, that he wanted to go somewhere where they had a home and a roof and a door. And instead of this mother expecting that and understanding a child not wanting to be all over the place, this toxic, disgusting person literally tried to make her child feel bad because he didn't want to wag with her in the streets. Let me just say this to any parents out here. If you're a parent and you truly care about your children and you truly love your children, it's not nothing you say. It's shown in your actions. Meaning, if I'm homeless and somebody got a place to stay and it's safe, I'd rather my child go to a safe space than to be out here in these streets running around like that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's so unsafe. I don't know what's going to happen. I need you where I can rest my head knowing that at least you're okay. That's what a mother who loves their children would say. But a mother who don't love their children but like to say it, she'll take that as a sign of traitor or disrespect. And that's what we're dealing with. And let me just say this, because she's going off on her son, right? These is the little boys that grow up to be men who hate women. See, because black women don't want to talk about our roles in some of, and not all, but in some of the reasons why these young boys grow up to be the men that we dealing with. We got to stop taking out our trauma and our hardships on our children. If you love your children, you shield them from that. You keep them safe, and then you go out in the streets and wag. You don't have your children wagging with you. In America, in the industry, not the industry, the internet got y'all lying because y'all be saying Rockhead, Camron Jr. all up and down the streets. Oh, well, at least she with him. No. Because if I'm in a place where I am unsafe, I sleep much better knowing that my child is safe somewhere else. At any rate, let's get into the video. This was so disgusting to see. And this is the worst part. She got 2 kids out there. The little girl is out there. And you can tell the little girl want to go, but she don't want to make her mama mad. Check it out.
This is him walking off, choosing them over us because he don't want to live in a hotel. Sell out. While my daughter is here sticking by my side with all my stuff out here. And we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle, but for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister, whatever.
Manipulation.
Keep that same energy.
Manipulation. You want him to treat you like that nigga who left you in that position. See, that's the problem I hate with bitches like y'all. Y'all be wanting to project the shit you should have told that nigga onto your children. And again, these the young boys that grow up hating black women. I swear to God.
Look at them. They don't care about us. Transmission went out on this car. I have an 8-year-old type 1 diabetic. It's okay. Our Uber is on the way. You see how they don't care? Because she tells him what to do. She tells Steve what to do. He can't even care about me or his granddaughter.
Now, I don't claim to know everything. And we all know hard times can come at any time for any of us. But shouldn't you want your child to be comfortable? Why would you want your child to struggle with you?
Right.
if anything, shouldn't you be asking them, can the daughter stay in there too?
Hello?
So that she could be in a safe, stable environment with the...
Especially with type 1 diabetes. I would damn sure appreciate somebody saying, you know what, instead of taking that child all the way to a hotel where y'all got minimal resources and things of that nature, bring the child over here. That you should really want somebody to take your kids. But again, you got to pay attention to what we're dealing with here.
Son, then you call him a sellout. How is he a sellout? That's a baby. He ain't supposed to have to struggle.
Facts.
Am I tripping?
Nope.
This is him walking off.
But this types of behavior, and this is the gag. Let me say something else. See the little girl that stayed? You would think that she'd treat that little girl better. She's gonna resent the little girl more. Because see, women like this bitch here, that's on this here video here, she have problems with herself and she project those issues onto her kids. So this is the gag. The little girl who probably loves her mama to death, probably staying by her mama's side in hopes that her mama would reciprocate that love. And I can almost guarantee you she won't, because the bitch is messed up in here. Now, whatever you did to get you where you at is on you. It ain't got nothing to do with them kids. And if you gonna struggle and deal with the streets, at least find somewhere safe for your children to go. But this is about mindset. And this is about unhealed trauma that some young girls grow up to be so-called women having, and they project it onto their children. That's what this is about. At the end of the day, let me say this. At the end of the day, she ain't the only one. As a matter of fact, there's way more Black American women like her. And you bitches are part of the reason why we in the position that we are in, dealing with traumatic issues, old traumas, old unhealed wounds, because you hoes refuse to go heal your unhealed wounds. Henceforth, creating a whole nother generation of people who jacked up. Now, the boy might have issues with women and the girl might have all kind of insecurities. Mind you, we hadn't even gotten into what got the bitch to be homeless. We hadn't even gotten to that part, because I'm pretty sure it was something dramatic behind a nigga. Because that's how them type of hoes is. Everything in their life about the nigga. I know them type of bitches. They can't eat, sleep, or shit without a nigga laying next to them. Don't matter as long as the blood is warm inside of them. These type of girls cannot live without a man. And you gonna turn around and call your son a sellout because he don't want to go wag the streets with you? Girl, man, it's a mentality shift. And let me just say this to Black America. We have to heal. Because the harm that we have been inflicted on each other through our unhealed traumas is already gonna be studied. We definitely have to heal, because we're literally creating generations, how Pac said, and in a minute we'll have a race of babies that hate the ladies that makes the babies. That's where we're at already. We're already there. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do better as a culture. And if you messed up, that's one thing. And let me say this too. Love is not a word. It's not a noun. It's not a noun. It's a verb. Do you know what that means? Drop down in the comments. Let's go back to elementary language arts. Love is not a noun. It is a verb. Do you hear me? That means love ain't just something you say. Oh, I love you. Oh, but I do love you. Oh, but that means it's an action. You show you love somebody by the things that you do. You get it? That's what love is. And too many of you hoes got so used to saying it that you feel like saying it isn't enough, and your actions never really match. Love is a verb, not an action, not a noun. It's an action, not a feeling. It's a feeling that drives actions. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Let's get into the rest of the show. Y'all get the likes up on the video. That was disgusting for me to see last night. Baby, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. Says FBA has always been conservative. Remember back in the day when black men chased white girls because they did the stuff black girls wouldn't do. Yes, I remember back, especially in the 90s, and I was a kid, but you know, I always was too grown for my good. But back in the 90s, I remember all of the black boys was going to the clear girls because they was the ones sucking bird. black women wasn't sucking it like that. Hello? I'm only 43, and I remember a time where sucking bird wasn't a thing. And it was a time where the niggas was running over there just to go get their little bird sucked. You feel what I'm saying? Also, it was a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't do that they did. Threesomes, hoeing, all those things that we didn't do, we made them run to them for that. Now, shit, we sending the white girls on the run for their money. We nastier than them. That's crazy. Thank you, baby. Fifth House Production. Thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Says, love you, Vu. I meant it too. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all get the likes up on the video. For real though. Get the likes up on the video. Thank you. Y'all get the likes up. Now, I got another honorable mention. We got to do better with our healing though. But speaking of healing, y'all want to see Kanye go off on Kim for 60 seconds? Tell me why this nigga just had I don't know if this is an old video, you can tell. But Kanye has a realization about who it is he married and who it is he procreated with. Now, let me say this before I let this video start, because I am a reality TV connoisseur. I lived at one point for reality TV. And I remember the very first episode of what was Paris Hilton's show? Paris and Nicole. No. Before it was Paris and Nicole, it was just Paris. I know I was there. Nigga can't tell me nothing. And I remember seeing the girl who organized the closets. Guess who the girl was that organized Paris Hilton closets? She wasn't a shopper. She wasn't a stylist. She wasn't a designer. She was the girl who go in your closet and clean it. Kim Kardashian. Oh, yeah. Kim Kardashian was the girl who styled Paris Hilton's closet. So she would go in, Paris Hilton would pay her to come out there, go in her huge closet, clean it up, set up some outfits for, that was Kim. I need y'all to know that. Kim Kardashian didn't become Kim Kardashian the way that we know her until she got with Kanye West. I'm telling you now, I was there. Nobody can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I was literally there. Okay? So, and this is the gag. I remember when Kanye first got with Kim, we were all saying that. I mean, we weren't saying that he should have got with Paris, but I remember when Kanye first got with Kim, he had just came off a college dropout. Y'all remember? Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember Kanye with the polo. Kanye, they used to wear the polo sweaters and the polo vest with the polo shirts, and he used to dress like a schoolboy. But he was super woke as far as his lyrics and as far as his art, right? He was very pro-black. As a matter of fact, he had a black girlfriend who was a Delta. She was a ski-wee. Oh, girl, I was there. You can't tell me. I was there. Yeah. He had a girlfriend, a black girlfriend who was in college or went to college, and she was a ski-wee. But it seemed like he saw Kim Kardashian. They had the show popping off on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and he saw an end for him to expand his career. But what he didn't know, that he would give more than he would receive. So when Kim got with Kanye, right? Or when Kanye got with Kim, he took her from G-list to A+ list in no time. And Kanye went from, I would say, B+ to A-list. And then right after he got the A-list, they dropped his ass down, and Kim been going up ever since. And yes, that is exactly what he gets. I'm with y'all. I don't feel bad for Kanye. Kanye purposely, consciously chose the woman that he chose. So now I guess he's having a realization that he really should have chose, instead of the bitch who organized the closets, according to Kanye, he should have chose the bitch who owned the closet, Paris Hilton. He said he shouldn't have had no churn by Kim. Let's get into it, y'all.
You know, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now? You get what I'm saying? Think about that. The Hilton, the Hilton shit. Because I think y'all staying in a Hilton right now. The fucking Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a fucking assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Then put her on Vogue, bro. You can't put no motherfucking assistant on Vogue, bro. When, you know, Kim.
Now, I know a lot of people going to say that Kanye is having a manic episode, but I ain't going to lie. He not wrong about Kim, because this is a two-part response here. He's not wrong in what he's saying about Kim. Kim was not a girl of caliber or status when he got with her. She was just starting out on reality TV. They was doing okay, but it wasn't nothing that really freaked, you know what I'm saying? The internet or the world, it wasn't big on the internet then, but it wasn't nothing that freaked the world out. He essentially, he got with the assistant and he got the assistant pregnant. And he made a point. The only power assistant has over a man when he has a kid with her is the power to take away his children. And that's exactly what she did. Because even though Kim is a so-called millionaire/billionaire, in her mind and in her heart, she's still a girl that organizes the closets. That's what he's trying to say. Now, on the flip side, I think your perception and your way of thinking is way off. Because if you thought for 1 second that the Hiltons were going to allow you to march your black ass in their Hilton business and become a part of that, you a new age fool. And you need more of your pills, dummy. What you should have been saying is, I shouldn't have been messing with none of them hoes. That's what you should have been saying. But in your mind, because Kanye in his mind, probably in the back, he still believes that these crackers actually care about him. But if he thought for 2.5 seconds that any one of them cracker Hiltons was going to let you in on their business, their family business that's supposed to last for generations upon generations, then you slower than I thought you was, nigga. You slower than I thought you was. And you might need to go back on the pills. I said what I said. Because now you going crazy. Y'all got to understand. Them crackers know who you are, but they ain't stupid enough to give you their shit. They smart enough to get you to give them yours. They ain't stupid enough to give you theirs. Does that make sense? That's the only part I disagree with. But as far as the caliber of hoes, he's right. He should have got Paris pregnant instead of getting Kim pregnant, because technically Paris was the boss and Kim was the assistant. And when you think about Kim right now, and even if you think about her career in the past, she does have assistant behaviors in her careers. Like, yes, she owns stuff. Yes, she put her name on stuff, but she still moved, and her mentality kind of did still give me assistant. You know whose mentality gave me more boss than Kim? I would probably say, I don't know, because I feel like all of this shit manufactured. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of their success is 100% real the way that we perceive it. So I don't know. I just don't know. I just know that was cute to hear, but Kanye, bro, you tripping. Them white folks down at the Hilton was not letting you in their shit. I'm telling you now. I know you felt like it could possibly be better, but I'm telling you now, it wasn't gonna happen. Okay. Now let's move on. And not speaking of, but did y'all hear Lester died, girl? Lester done went on to glory. Y'all remember Lester from 227, Married Husband? There's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. When you know that you're loved, there's no need to roam, cause there's no place like home. Man, rest in peace to Lester, bruh. Man, Lester was like my uncle, bruh. Man, what done happened? Let's get into it. Man, that's crazy. That was Married Husband. It says Sanford and Son, because you know he used to play on Sanford and Son as Fred Sanford's homeboy. Y'all know I love old TV. And I used to watch old TV as a kid. I never watched cartoons. I used to go back and watch old shows from the 60s, the 50s, and the 70s. It was weird. So anyway, he also played Fred's homeboy on the show. He also played James Evans' homeboy. Oh yes, he was James Evans' little partner on Good Times. He was he was a few people a partner, but he came in the 80s. He became Lester, Mary's husband. And you know what I loved about Lester? He ain't never flirted that we saw with Jack A. Harry. And you know Jack A. was Sandra Clark. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't married, but I used to admire how Mary be having Jackie, Sandra all in her house around her husband. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm not an insecure girl. I'm going into the show, Lord. I'm sorry. I be thinking. I just used to be saying in my head, girl, you be letting Sandra in your house, girl. But he never flirted with Sandra. Let's get into it. It says, roommates, we send our deepest condolences to the loved ones of veteran actor Hal Williams following his passing at the age of 91. Oh, he lived a good life. A rep for Williams confirmed he passed on Wednesday morning at his home in Rancho Mirage. Williams gained great recognition early in his career, starring in his hit show, such as Sanford and Son, where he played Officer Smitty Smith. He also starred as Lester Jenkins in the sitcom 227. We are keeping his family lifted in prayers during this time. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. See him on Sanford and Son? I forgot he was the police with the white officer. Now, his white partner was supposed to be trying to learn the jargon back then. So he'd come in and try to say stuff like jive turkey, but he'd get it all wrong and call him a jive chicken. And then his partner would be like, turkey, it's jive turkey. And that was Hal's part. I remember this show. I remember them all. Like I said, I watched old shows. I never watched cartoons. It never was my thing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, rest in peace to Lester, bro. Lester was a stand-up man. He took care of his family. He never cheated on Mary. And he was a good man, Savannah. Yes, he was. So rest in peace to our uncle. Uncle Lester. You see what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Uncle Lester. We'll get together on the repast and figure out what we gonna y'all drop down in the comments on what y'all bringing to the repast. Like I told y'all, I'll supply all the meats. I'll take care of all of the meat. I'll get ribs, chicken, pork chops, hot dogs, and hamburgers for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I got the meats. Y'all come in with all of the rest of the stuff. Let's get together and do what we got to do for our Uncle Lester. That is a shame. But at 91 years old, he lived a great life. And I'm here for it. Okay, we got people bringing red cups. Somebody got the liquor. Mississippi got the liquor. LaMarcus said, I got the charcoal paper plates. Okay, see how we come together. One thing about it, bro. One thing about it, two things for sure. We gonna come together. People bringing cold drinks. Yay. Dessert, ice. Please, we need 3 DJs. Please. We need at least 2. No, we need 2. 2 DJs. If you or somebody you know as a DJ, please drop down in the comments. We need 2 DJs. And we need 3 people on the grill. 3 people on the grill, 2 bartenders. Please and thank you. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a good time. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all come on in, though. Let's move on, bro. That messed me up. I couldn't believe they got Lester and got up out of here, though. But at 91, that's about the time to go. You see what I'm saying? That's about the time to go. If you don't go at 91, I don't know what time you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get into the show. I think I got one more thing to show y'all. Hold on. I thought I had. Oh, yeah. I showed this yesterday, but you know I'm bringing it back today. Look at Jim Jones and his old man. Bust the bus. Now, Jim Jones posted this video and later deleted it because he understood how much of a punk they both looked like. But by that time, the damage was already done, Jimmy. Okay. So it says, not the cheese smile. Fans say Jim Jones made it worse with his facial expression in viral Busta Rhymes clip. The pause police arrived immediately. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I watched the video with y'all yesterday on the Dollhouse, and it looked like Busta Rhymes was humping on his booty. And it looked like Jimmy was liking it. Let's get into it. Now, mind you, they're at the Jay-Z concert, so it's a Hova thing, Yankee fitted and all. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna say this. I know Jimmy. He looks like he be talking crazy, y'all. A lot of times, though, I do it.
Look at him. Not the next song being New York, Concrete Jungle, Concrete jungle where Ponce is made of. Not the next song being our theme song. I know you lying. Wait, let's see what Jimmy had to say after he went viral.
I took it down. Yo, boss, I love you, but they crunched us just now. I just want to pause myself. Hey, yo, my bad. I'm going to say this.
Nigga said,
I know Jimmy
hold on.
You know like he be talking crazy, y'all. A lot of times, bro.
Nigga said a concrete jungle where Ponce is made of. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't know what's going on up in New York. I ain't up there. But if you up there by the green lady with the thing in her hand, drop down in the comments. Is this average? Is this what y'all be doing out there? This what the niggas in the heavy boots be doing? Drop down in the comments, because I don't be up there like that now. So I need somebody from the New York place, the lady that hold the green thing in her hand, the green lady with the thing. Somebody drop down in the comments and let me know if this is the average Wednesday evening. You see what I'm saying? Because oh, they looked it so bad. And I believe at some point, Buster Bus was humping on his booty. I believe that. I believe it. And it would make sense why he never married Chrissy. Hello? Now we know why he ain't never married Chrissy. Now we know why Chrissy had to get on one knee. He used to being treated like a bad bitch. Hello? And she's still somewhere hugging and holding and hoping for prayers that this nigga get his mind right. Girl, unless you buy a strap, he ain't gonna marry you, girl. Allegedly. Okay. Yeah, now we know. Now we know why he couldn't marry that girl. And that's crazy, because Chrissy's a beautiful girl. Very beautiful girl. Fine as hell, too. I love me some Chrissy. Chrissy, girl, you need to find you a new man. You don't need all of this. You don't need this. Get away from Jimmy. He's too suspect. Okay? Now, let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, did y'all see this video of this boat? There was a boat that sank in the middle of the ocean. I don't know where it was. Apparently, some family got on this boat to do a memorial service. And tell me why the entire boat just sank in the middle of the goddamn water. Killing damn near all, I ain't gonna say killing damn near everybody, but I want to say 7 people died. It was like 30 people on board. 3 people from what I saw yesterday are still missing. 7 people died, and the rest of them I think they caught. Y'all, let's get into this. This is crazy. It says at least 1 person was killed and 3 others are missing after 16 people were rescued from the water as a boat sank in the San Francisco Bay Tuesday afternoon, prompting a massive response from crews working to rescue people. Officials say it was mostly family members on the boat who were there for a memorial service. Well, I be damned. Let's get into it.
3:37 p.m. this afternoon, the fire department received a report of a vessel in distress or on fire, approximately 600 yards off of Alcatraz Island. We initiated a full marine response. The San Francisco Police Department Marine unit was the first on the scene and witnessed a gentleman in the water who was in severe distress. They placed him on their boat, initiated CPR, brought him into Gas House Cove right here, and this individual was declared deceased at that point. Initially, we had 19, and after witness accounts, we determined that there were 20 folks on this vessel. We have 13 who are not injured, who have been placed in the Family Reunification Center behind me in Fort Mason, and Human Services Agency and the American Red Cross are providing services to those individuals. There are currently 3 individuals who are on the vessel who are injured, who are transported by fire department ambulances to a local hospital and are currently in stable condition and expected to be released this evening. We still have 3 members who are on this vessel who we're unable to locate. We're conducting search and rescue operations. This was mostly family members of one another who were on this vessel. Our understanding was there was some kind of memorial service that they were engaging in. That's why they were using this particular vessel. And again, they were hit by a wave or took on water and the boat capsized. The information we have is that it left from St. Francis Yacht Club, and the initial report was a vessel on fire. Upon arrival, our members did not evidence any fire.
If anyone believes they have family members that were on this boat and they are seeking information, we're asking them to call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
At 3:37
All right.
p.m. this afternoon.
So I saw this and I thought it was crazy that a whole family on a boat for a memorial would pass, or at least have this type of tragic situation. And then I thought about it. Who was the family on this boat? And the reason I'm asking is because this don't seem like it's random. It seemed like they wanted to unalive somebody. They wanted to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or people. You know, it was a lot of negligence. Where are the life jackets? Like nothing. You know, now they claiming a wave hit it, causing it to capsize, but I feel like they tried to get rid of somebody on that boat or people on that boat. You know what I'm saying? This stuff don't be random, y'all. A whole family going to boat for a memorial, and now they got, like somebody put in the chat earlier, now they got to do a memorial for the memorial. Girl, no ma'am. Something in the milk ain't clean here. Keep the people in your prayers if you want to. Let's move on. Something in the milk ain't clean. You know what it's giving me? It reminds me of that helicopter ride. Remember a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, that man and his family got on that helicopter, and then all of a sudden the helicopter just crashed out of nowhere. Then we found out he was the billionaire who owned whoop, and they wanted to get the whole family out the paint. Yeah, it be on that type of stuff. It be on that type of stuff. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, you be done thought it's just a regular wave. Oh no, girl, it's the powers that be trying to get this one out the way because they need to go take that, or they need to go, you know. That's what it was giving me. But let's move on. Let's get into some other tea. Funky. I ain't spoke about Funky in a while, huh? Funky is into it with Tommie Lee. Funky is into it with Tommie Lee. Now, for y'all who don't know, Tommie Lee was just arrested, allegedly. They said Tommie Lee was arrested because Tommie Lee snuck into the World Cup FIFA game, right? According to, I read it on the other channel. So Tommie Lee is from Baddies, for y'all who don't know. And she was also on Love and Hip Hop. But she is a reality star who's known for doing crazy stuff online. Well, recently, a story came out that Tommie Lee was arrested for a felony charge of trespassing or something like that. Don't lie. Don't give me the quote on the lie or on the charge. But either way, it was because allegedly she snuck into the World Cup without paying for a ticket. So we all, as commentators, do what we do. We come to the internet and we give our commentary. I gave my commentary on it. I don't watch Funky, so I don't know what he said. But whatever he said, Tommie didn't like it. Because Tommie then dropped down in the comments and told him he need to worry about that package. And we all know what that package is. That package normally have 3 to 4 capital letters on it. Does that make sense? Now, I don't know if Funky really got the package. Don't get me the line, and I'm not no doctor to diagnose nobody. But his response made me say it probably is so. Okay, let's get into what Funky had to say first. Then we'll come back to what Tommie Lee responded and said, okay? It says, Funky Dineva is not letting up on Tommie Lee after the World Cup arrest. During a recent live stream, he questioned why she keeps finding herself in situations like this, saying she's too old for this behavior and should be focused on something more productive. He went on to claim she continues to engage in what he describes as broke and ghetto behavior, adding that she always looking for shortcuts and trying to get over on people who has become a pattern. Dineva even suggests he wonders if there could be underlying mental health issues contributing to her actions. Tommie Lee eventually caught wind of his comments and clapped back in the comments section, telling him, ain't that, and that package you carry hasn't stopped you either. So let's get into what Funky had to say about Tommie. Then we'll get into what Tommie had to say about Funky. Let's get into it.
I mean, you are the living example of you can take a person out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of a person, okay? Tommie, you are quick to get on the internet and talk about what you got, how much money you got, how you always got more than somebody else. One of your favorite go-to lines is about how somebody is a broke beat and a broke this and a broke that, yet, comma, you continue to do broke ghetto people stuff. It's a mentality, always wanting to get over, always wanting something for nothing, always wanting to do hood rat activities. Honestly and truthfully, Tommie, at your age, one must question, do you suffer from a certain level of mental illness? Because getting arrested was not worth it. And while I have not seen the arrest tapes or the body cam footage, I am willing to bet you cussed them people out down to the ground and threatened them people 7 ways past Sunday as if they were in the wrong. Because that 10...
Funky, you watch me? Not that you cuss them out down to the ground. Funky, you be watching me? You be on the Joce? Hey, Funky. Funky, let me find out you be on the Joce. Now she cussed them out down to the ground, Funky. I caught that, but let me let you finish.
To be what you do. Tommie, you got to be my age, and I'll be 43 in August. Why would you get up, shave, iron you an outfit, spray you some FDS Summer's Eve in between your legs and in your butt, get in a car, a Uber, a taxi, or catch the Metro bus, and take your ass somewhere where you did not have a ticket thinking that you were going to get in? Tommie, nobody at your age does that. Like, and somebody said, I've been arrested for cooler shit than that. Tommie, that ain't even nothing cool to get arrested for. The reason why I say something is off with your mentality is because typical people our age, sis, their mind has something inside of it called a stopping mechanism. Most of us would have been like, bitch, I'm not going over without no damn ticket. Q, you want to go down to the World Cup and try to go meet Pele? I mean, yeah, but I ain't got no ticket. I got an extra ticket. Okay, girl, I'm on the way. That's how that goes. Not we finna go down there and hope we get in. Tommie, long story short, you too old for the shit. And I just don't understand why you think this stuff is fun and it's cool. Tommie, we are literally, if we're not already considered middle-aged, we are on our way to being middle-aged. You too old for this shit. Tommie, you are the living example of you can take a person out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of a person, okay? Tommie, you are quick to get on the internet.
All right, I think it looped around. Shout out to Funky in his commentary, I guess. And he's not wrong for giving his commentary and having his opinion, because that's what we do. Obviously, we give commentary and our opinion. And apparently, Tommie ain't wrong for giving her clap back. Tommie responded and says, and that package you carry hasn't stopped you either. And then he responded, that's the best you got? What? Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean that's the best you got? What? That's okay. Let's move on because I don't want to go far into it. Let me just say this. He had a right to say what he said. She had a right to respond. It just kind of is what it is. One thing I do know about Funky, because I used to watch a lot of Funky. When I first came on YouTube, that's all I used to watch. And one thing I do know about Funky is he ain't tripping. This shit gonna roll off his back and he gonna go on about his business. You know what I'm saying? He done heard worse by better. I promise you. But at the end of the day, Funky, you got the package? Let me move on. That ain't my business. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And it's not a bad thing if Funky do watch me, because I used to watch Funky. It's kind of like a full circle moment. Shout out to Funky Dineva, I guess. I mean, I'm not a fan, but not anymore. However, if you do watch Funky, what's up? Tell your friends down there at your channel about me. I bet you won't do that, though. I bet you won't get on your live and tell your friends about me. But you won't keep me to yourself. I know people be doing that with me. I give off those kind of teas. Like, I found her. I don't want to tell nobody. I know. I get it. I've had that happen a lot in the past. So I get it. Okay? Tell your people about me, Funky. If you're going to talk like me, tell your people about me, bitch. Because when I was talking like you, I was telling people I got it from Funky. Okay? So please. And it's normal for him to use things that he hear people say, because I used to talk like Funky. I get it. So please, if you want, I ain't tripping. Just, tell the people, hey, tell the people. He ain't gonna do that though. I don't expect him to. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. You know that nigga never do that. I ain't tripping though. I'm gonna get my own people. I ain't doing no tripping. All right, y'all. We're moving on to, hold on. Sorry, my hand be wet when I pick up this glass. Hold up. Tommie clapback was she got you, bro. She got you. Let's get into Memphis Bleek and Jay-Z. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into Memphis Bleek and Jay-Z. So y'all know Jay-Z just did the concert and he's receiving a lot of backlash from some people in Black America, because we know that a portion of Black America was, we were boycotting Target. Now, me personally, did I boycott Target? No. Number one, because I knew we shouldn't have boycotted Target, because I knew the boycott had nothing to do with us. We got played and scammed. So number one, that's why I didn't do it. Number two, I don't shop at Target. So I'm a boycott somewhere. I don't never go in no way. I never go in Target. Literally. I can count on one hand in the last 10 years the amount of times I have walked inside of a Target. I can literally count on one hand. I'm not big on Target. I don't know what it is. I know y'all love it. I'm here for it. They say they give out popcorn at the front of the store or something like that. I don't know. I go to Walmart where you don't get nothing for free. You see what I'm saying? I be in the hood. I don't know how you go to a good store and they offer you help and all of that. I ain't from that type of time. Okay? So I never had to boycott Target because I never went. And then on top of that, if I did go, I wouldn't boycott it for that because the DEI situation was a big setup and Black America don't understand that. Okay? However, I do understand that Black Americans wanted to be in solidarity and they did what they needed to do. So I was here for it. Now, mind you, Jay-Z is down to the Rockefeller during the 90s, in the early 2000s, selling Reasonable Doubt to who? Us. Reasonable Doubt was sold to niggas. See, he didn't start getting mainstream attention till the Blueprint. But Reasonable Doubt was a FUBU situation. We helped him sell Reasonable Doubt. Niggas. Okay? Let's really be clear. Because Reasonable Doubt wasn't a worldwide album. I know I had the album. You can't tell me. I had the album. I was there. Okay? We funded Reasonable Doubt. So, in my opinion, if you're going to do a 30-year reunion or anniversary for Reasonable Doubt, in my opinion, if I were Jay-Z, I would try to do things according to the target audience that made Reasonable Doubt what it is. Granted, I would also want to introduce Reasonable Doubt to a newer audience, the people who came later, but my main focus would be on the group of people that made Reasonable Doubt what it was. Even wearing the Yankee fitted with all of that was so Reasonable Doubt blueprint coded, meaning you had to be there to understand why he's dressed the way that he's dressed and feel the nostalgia and the whole mood of it all. So I get that. However, whenever Jay-Z gets in positions and Black America are in another position, Jay-Z continues to show y'all he don't give a fuck about y'all. I don't understand y'all. I'm not even mad at Jigga this time. I'm looking at Black America crazy. Because every chance he get, he show you he's never going to have your side. Every opportunity Jay-Z has gotten has been anti-Black American. From the Marcy Projects to the basketball team. Everything he does, I don't give a damn what he say. Remember earlier we spoke about love being an action, a verb, not a noun. I don't give a damn what he say. Every chance Jay-Z gets, he show Black America he don't give a damn about you. And Black America still go back and support him because he know how to look Black. Because he know how to cosplay as an activist. He know how to write in his songs, y'all mad at Target, but Target wasn't a problem, and Amazon and Google. And he know how to rap and play Black. That's all it takes for a lot of Black America. And that's the problem. So now some of Black America are feeling some type of way because the album is only sold in Target. That's the only place you can get the album. And some Black Americans feel like, dang, Jay, bro, we trying to go against Target, which, like I said, is not me. But the Black Americans who supported him are trying to say, hey, bro, we trying to go against Target. For you to sell your album inside of Target, that's kind of messed up. It kind of it's counterproductive to what we're doing. Jay-Z must have said he don't give a damn. Well, then he must have sent Memphis Bleek on a tour to clear his name. And you know, one thing, I used to like Memphis Bleek. You know, back in the 2000s, I remember Memphis Bleek on that. Oh, is that your chick? Why you all in this pit and on it and then under your it? Oh, is that your chick? I remember Memphis Bleek. Why you home alone? Why she out with me? Room 112, hotel balcony. Y'all remember that? But I noticed Memphis Bleek ain't never jumped off the ground. But Memphis Bleek always gave me one of them niggas who's happy to be here. Does that make sense? Memphis Bleek was always one of them niggas where you ain't have to give him much. Him being there was his reward. Him being in proximity to Jigga was good enough. Because I remember when Jay-Z dropped Rockefeller and turned into The Rock and all of that. And I remember Bleek going over there and we never heard from him since. Never heard from him since. But every time you saw Memphis Bleek, the nigga was smiling from ear to ear like life was great. And immediately, younger B, I said, oh, he just happy to be here. I was like, oh, Bleek just happy to be here. Oh, okay. No wonder. And that's how I've always thought about Memphis Bleek. He's just one of the homies who happy to be here. Now, on top of that, he's super loyal to the Jigga Man. And because he's loyal to the Jigga Man, when people ask him questions about Jigga being anti-Black American, he goes in and he went hard. I'm thinking, that's your man? Like, how hard he went? Y'all, this is why I first tell y'all don't look to rappers for no type of intellect, number one. Number two, I tell y'all none of these celebrities are who you think they are. Everybody playing on you. And number three, do not do nothing because somebody else is doing it. Anything that you do it from your heart and your intentions because you want to. That way, whatever the next mother effer doing don't matter to you. Does that make sense? And that way, when he come on here saying this stuff, you won't feel so played. But what you're going to see now is a window into how these celebrities really feel about y'all. Celebrities don't give no F's about none of y'all. I hope y'all know that. Your favorite celebrity who you love down to the ground could care less if you live or die today. But y'all love them. Y'all worship them. Y'all can't see nothing past them. And this is what bothers me with Jay-Z. He only got that proximity because who he's married to. Because had he never married Beyonce, he would be a thing of the past. But because y'all love Beyonce unconditionally, now y'all love him and he's giving y'all his ass to kiss. Mind you, Beyonce do it all also. You see what I'm saying? But that's another story for another day. Let's get into Memphis Bleek talking about or defending Jay-Z's Target deal amid boycott of DEI down at the Target.
The lie is more entertaining than the truth, bro. Okay. No matter what you say, man. Like, the truth came out about them fouls and all that. They still run with it. Yo, homie in this and homie in that. It's like, what about the Target? The lawyer shot down. Don't talk to me about I don't give a fuck about that activism shit, my nigga. Like, because these niggas is still in there,
right,
my nigga.
Right.
So don't worry about us.
Look, the Target deal is important because I hit up both of these dudes when that episode came out. I said, oh, y'all gotta look selective. But look, rage. But look, no, not
everybody album is available vinyl.
So why wouldn't Ho say, hey, I don't have.
He don't have to. He don't owe y'all niggas no explanation, my nigga.
Pause. Now he said he don't owe y'all niggas no explanation. Mind you, I started this segment off by telling you niggas funded Reasonable Doubt. I was there. Arabs wasn't listening to it. Asians wasn't listening to it. Hispanics wasn't listening to it, and the cracker was not listening to no goddamn Reasonable Doubt. Niggas funded that. That's a FUBU album. Now, niggas went out and went down to the store and bought the album. But he gonna tell y'all, Jigga don't owe you niggas nothing. And this is the gag. One point he did make that made sense. All of y'all faves album is in Target, but I bet y'all don't do that to them. That's how you know you're not doing something because you really want to. If you would, then you would hold all of these celebrities to the same standard. That's a point I will give to Bleek. Because like he said, all of their albums is in this bitch. But y'all only come in that Jigga. Know what you're doing, and not only know what you're doing, always know why you're doing what you're doing. Because if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you'll fall for anything. Okay? Now let's get back into what he had to say.
Well, that's where we split ways.
That's going to forever be that, my nigga. Y'all sounded like the old lady in the window. Why y'all outside 3 a.m. loud? We got to tell her we selling drugs, bitch. That's why.
No, I don't.
The fuck?
I don't get the correlation there.
She want to know why we outside late doing what we do. You want to know why he did what he did. We owe none of y'all no explanation. We selling drugs,
No. The difference is you didn't, unless you paying that old lady rent or whatever the case may be.
He not paying your rent.
Right. The community at large. The community at large support his rent. The community at large support
You're not paying his rent.
Y'all heard that? You're not paying his rent. And he's right. In 2026, I don't think the Black American dollar is what forcefully funds Jay-Z's life. I don't believe that. However, he started with us. Remember? He used our money to fund to get him where he's at. Oh, and by the way, I heard it was buku niggas down at the Jay-Z concert for Reasonable Doubt. Who all was down there buying all that merch? Who all was down there buying them tickets? Because every nigga I know who was there in the 90s and the 2000s was at the damn concert. I know people from here, from New Orleans, who flew to New York for that rag-ass concert. I personally, in my real life, have ran across at least 3 or 4 people who done went to New York this past weekend for that rag-ass concert. Niggas. So pay attention to what Bleek said. You don't fund him. Store that in your memory. Store that in your memory bank, because that's what these celebrities feel about you. They don't give a damn about you. You are a commodity. I need you to understand that. I don't need to explain it to them. They know. You as a person are a number, a commodity. You look like dollar signs when they look at you. You look like a puppet or a dollar sign. Somebody they can either control or take money from. They don't give a damn about you, but you think they do because you love them. Ridiculous. Let them finish.
Again, the community at large supported Hov. Hov gets to wage that because the community supported him.
First of all, the community know about money right now because of Hov.
Lies.
Right? Y'all niggas would still be running around picking boogers, wiping them on the camera screen if it wasn't for Hov and B.
You a damn lie, because in New Orleans, in Atlanta, in I'm talking about the South, niggas been getting money. In Houston, Memphis, you a motherfucking lie. Before we knew who Jigga was down here, hold up. I'm from the place with the #1 stunners. You a motherfucking lie. I'm from New Orleans where the drug dealers was getting. Y'all ever seen Terrence Gangster Williams talking about all the cars and the shit he used to have back in the late 80s? And man, watch out. Niggas didn't need no Jigga to tell them how to get no money. Are you insane? See, but this that mentality that some, not all of New Yorkers have. Y'all believe that because the shit be popping in New York like that, that the rest of the world. New York is another planet. The shit that go on in New York don't go on nowhere else in America. I hope y'all know that. But I've seen, not all, some New Yorkers get that big head, apple head state of mind, and y'all really believe that y'all put that kind of imprint on the culture. You don't. Even the fact that they say Brooklyn created hip hop. When you think of hip hop, nobody thinks of Brooklyn. Nobody. New York think y'all bigger than the program sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Not all of y'all. I'm talking about the ones who sound like this. But at the end of the day, he want to make it seem like we only get money like Jay-Z dropped jewels on us. The only reason we know how to get money is because Jigga dropped 444 and then Jigga dropped the blueprint. Man, you don't get your stupid. He is a fan. Do you hear me? Memphis Bleek more loyal than Beyonce to the nigga, if you ask me.
B.I.G. Let's clear it up, man. New York was not talking no money until Big and Hov came out.
From a rap perspective.
Yes. So you want to talk about money? He taught you got them chains on. You know platinum because of Hov, nigga.
That doesn't help the community.
It doesn't help the community.
Hold on.
How that doesn't help the community?
That doesn't help the community.
How to get money?
No.
Y'all niggas wasn't worrying about getting money. Y'all niggas was wearing motherfucking Dickie suits. You was wearing Carhartt jeans. You was walking around with farmer jeans. Niggas ain't teach you how to get flying, going on board meetings to get that bag.
All right, now I feel that we're completely different planes here.
Yo, Hov didn't teach a demographic in the community how to get money and boss up. Answer me that.
How to get fly?
No? How to get money and boss up. Yes or no?
I'm going to say no.
No.
Okay.
Because that would imply that his impact was greater than what it was. And he did not have that impact on us. As a matter of fact, I would think the bling bling era had more of an impact on Black Americans getting money. Think about it. Who was there when Juvenile came out and said Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and the 2000? And then right after that, the bling bling era happened, right? Even the lifestyles of the rich and famous was using the term bling bling. I think that's the era that focused us, hyper-focused. First of all, let's be clear. Black Americans all over were already getting money. I don't give a damn what hood you in. It was niggas in them hoods with munions. Let's really be clear. And nobody needed a Jay-Z album to show them how to do that. Let's really be clear. But even if we're going to go past the niggas who already had money, right? The bling bling era, in my opinion, and I'm not being biased because I'm from New Orleans, I just saw what it did to the world. The bling bling era had put more of a focus on black people spending money on bullshit like cars, clothes, and gold teeth. I'm telling you, and I get it. Jay-Z did put out some good stuff, but Jay-Z is not to the rest of the world that y'all think he is in New York. I think that's another problem too. See, in New York, Jay-Z is like white Jesus. In the South, he ain't nothing but a disciple we never met. We know him, but we don't give a damn. Like, we don't give a damn about no Jay-Z. See, don't get me wrong, collectively. In the South, he not that to us. He not that to us. He that to y'all in New York. But in the South, that nigga ain't that to us. Y'all putting too much dip on this nigga Chip. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all putting too much, not y'all, Memphis Bleek putting too much dip on that nigga Chip. He ain't all that.
More entertaining than the truth, bro. Okay. No matter what you say, man. Like, the truth came out about them fouls and all that. They still run with it, yo.
Anyway, the point is this. Memphis Bleek is a representation of Jay-Z. And you saw the way that he spoke. He don't gotta do nothing. He don't owe nobody no explanation. Y'all ain't paying his bills. Well, if that's the case, then Black America need to let Jay-Z continue to let the cracker and all them other people pay his bills. Y'all don't need to be running down there to buy no secret shampoo and them raglass Yankee fitteds. And I told y'all, Dame Dash showed y'all or said how basically that was a play. Even the whole Yankee fitteds, now New York Yankees and Mitchell and Ness, everybody made money off of Jigga Bag. He really like a cash cow to the major companies. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this was a very good window or peek into how celebrities feel about y'all. You heard what he said. They don't need you, and they don't. I'm with them. I'm with Memphis Bleek. They don't need you. I think we should let them figure it out on their own. Oh, and by the way, it was the cheerleading for me. Memphis Bleek, you act like you his bitch. No shade. You was jeffing and gawking for that nigga like he your man. The way how hard you was going, Memphis Bleek. Is there something you want to come to the front of the congregation and tell us? Because as hard as you was going, you couldn't be my man. Because I would be looking at my man sideways for how hard he going behind another nigga. I don't give a damn who the nigga is. If I see my man going that hard behind another grown-ass man, I'm looking sideways, my nigga. The fuck? I know that's your partner, but do we need to talk? I know that's your homeboy, but is there anything you want to get off your chest? You see what I'm saying? At any rate, let's move on. These niggas is the new bitches. I keep telling y'all, they got more feminine traits than let a woman should be on here jeffing for him like that. Not another grown-ass man. That's weird. These new niggas is weird. Let's move on. That's some weird shit, though. Let's get into some other rapper beef, or not even rapper beef. Let's get into Camron. Now, did y'all see Camron? They got their podcast. Camron did a podcast where basically he came out and said that he's not African, and he's right. He's absolutely right. Now, he did go on to say that Africans don't like Black Americans. He also went on to say that when we go out of the country or when we're doing the Olympics, the people don't call us Black or African American. They call us American. Do you know why that is, Black America? Because you are the true American, not the white people, not the Asians, not the Hispanics, not the Africans. None of those people are the true Americans. You are the true American. Okay? When they see you, there's no doubt in their mind you from America. A white person, they have to maybe see him or hear him talk or whatever. But you, Black America, I need you to understand this, because these people can see you. You stick out like a sore thumb. You don't see it like that because you've been under witchcraft in America to make you believe that you came from Africa. But when you leave from here, or when you see other people from other places, they don't see your skin color. The first thing they know is you, the American. You could be with a white person. They'll know you an American before the white person. On Everything I Love. You're under witchcraft to believe all melanated people come from Africa and we all look alike. Bullshit. Bullshit. Them people know exactly who you are. Okay? Now let's get into Camron as he speak about how he's not an African. And you know what? This is what genealogy is about. And not only is it what genealogy about, this is what awakening is about. Who are you? That's what this is the question you need to be asking every day. Who are you? Because that's going to set you free from this hellhole and this matrix. Let's get into it, y'all. Shout out to Camron, who's coming out talking about how he ain't no African, and he's right.
I'm African. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sin went to Africa, told me people stink. What you said out your mouth. You wouldn't ask.
In a certain area, man.
Whatever. You said they stunk, and you said that the show when niggas said, everybody put your hands in the air, that the whole fucking shit was funky.
I didn't say that.
Sugar Mom said that. Ask Tommie that. I'm just telling you what you told me. You talking about, yo, the truck that picked me up had bullet holes in it, and then the driver gave us a, what he gave you? AK? He ain't give y'all a gun and say, be careful or some shit? You gotta be careful in these other countries, man. I'm not dissing on these other countries. I'm not African. I love my Africans. They don't fuck with us like that. Hey. They say we Yankees. Yo, y'all niggas ain't no motherfucking Africans. Why when we go to the Olympics and a black man go to the Olympics, they be like, the American.
What's wrong with being African?
Ain't nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America.
Are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
You just black.
I'm a black man, nigga. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my Africans. I'm not African. My mother from Atlantic City. I'm not African. All right, you know what?
The biggest problem and the biggest spell work or witchcraft is that we believe that being black is synonymous with Africa. That was one of the biggest okie dokes that we fell for. Because what that does is it literally deletes and erases whole groups of people. Because if you say all melanated people, all so-called black people are African, then you literally erase all of their identities. That was the trick. So now people, when you say I'm not African, they literally get confused because they say, well, you're black, because in their minds, in most people's minds, they equate blackness with Africa. But I'm telling y'all, you should not do that because blackness is not exclusive to Africa. Everybody didn't start in Africa. Did all that plate tectonic shit that they be telling y'all, that's all cap. It's all lies. They want you to believe, and they wrote the Bible to corroborate this shit. They want you to believe that one monkey screwed something or somebody and created people, and all of those people originated in Africa. That's the witchcraft. That's a spell. That's not true. Because there are melanated aboriginal beings, even in Antarctica, even in Eskimo town, where it's freezing. Do you know that there are black Eskimos that are aboriginal to the land that they live on, and it had nothing to do with the sun? Because that's another thing. They want us to believe that Africa had to be where black people come from because of how hot it is. Your melanin does not dictate your skin color, not by and large. You are who you are. Your skin color was determined when you got shitted out your mama. You see what I'm saying? Now, given sitting in the sun, you can go lighter or you can go darker. But at the end of the day, your skin color was decided the moment you were in your mother's womb. It ain't dictated by the sun. If that's the case, we wouldn't have clear people. Hello? If the sun dictated melanin, we wouldn't have a white person walking this earth. That's the trick, to make you believe that Africa is the source. Africa is not the source. It's the source for Africa, maybe, but not for us. Your source is right here, Black America. This is your home. You have generations upon generations upon generations of people who came before you that were right here in America. Right here. They were not in Africa. They were not in any of those other places. Them people was right here under the same ground you walk on. That's a trick. And Black Americans are starting to wake up because not only are we doing genealogy, we're waking up from the spell work. And we're starting to see that we are not African. Let me show you this African girl. Look at this girl who is an African who literally got on here to say that she feels like she's a Black American because even though she's African, according to her, even though she's African, she says that she shares some of the same experiences. This is what I be talking about. There's a huge difference between us and them. There's them and then there's us. And you need to know that, okay? Let me pull this girl up. This girl got on this doggone thing and said, oh, I'm a Black American. Matter of fact, I can find it from here. I'm a African American and the same because we share some of the same experience. Let me get her on here and let her see it. Get the likes up. Look at this video. Oh God, what is this? Look at this video from this girl. Y'all get the likes up. And let me know if y'all can hear it when I play it. Hold on. Now, this girl is African. You can distinctly see. Let me show you what does she look like. You can distinctly see that we are not the same. Okay? Even though we're melanated, she and I are not the same. You can look at her facial features and see, even though we might share right now the same skin tone, that still don't mean we are the same. She knows that. I know that. But she's going to take to the platform and say that she should be able to speak for Black America because in her mind, she is a Black American. Okay, let's get into it. Remember, Camron just told you we ain't no Africans, but he shouldn't have to tell you that. You should already know that. But watch the Africans. Remember, the trick is to get you to believe you from Africa so the Africans could come over here and take your place as the American. Does that make sense? The trick is to get you to believe you from Africa so that the Africans can come to America, destiny swap with you, and now they can become the American. This is why all of these Africans will not say that they African. They will swear to God they're American. They are trying to destiny swap with you. Let's get into it.
Who are you talking about? I'm talking about people who are descendants of formerly enslaved people. Okay. Right? And so when you say Black, who are you talking about? I'm talking about all of us diaspora. Who are the diaspora. I'm Black. I'm also American. I'm Black American. Okay. But
caught that? I'm Black. I'm also in America. I'm Black American. That's the thing. And I keep telling y'all, at some point, we're going to have to drop that Black American shit too. Because these people are like roaches. And I'm not calling them roaches to be nasty. I'm just telling you, they find any and every way to get in. And you heard her concept? I'm Black. I live in America, so I'm Black America. That's what they're going to do. The trick is to make you think you African so that they can come over here and take your American spot. Check it out.
My ancestors were not enslaved, right? So that's really important because I'm a benefactor as an immigrant coming here to benefit from all the hard work that African Americans and everything they have fought, so that I could even be able to go to schools like Princeton, right? Like, thank you for saying that. They were the first. And no, it's really important to say that, you know. And I think if people are like, they have to recognize that African Americans are not immigrants, right? Right. So I think that, you know, to survive in this country, African Americans have had to work outside of systems in creative ways. So I've been thinking about how do we work outside of systems and leveraging a lot of what African Americans did.
Y'all saw what she did there? She hurried up and said, I'm a first generation American because my parents were not enslaved. She distinctively understood the difference between Black Americans and the immigrants. But then she turned around and put us all in one big group by calling us African Americans. And then she started using us and we and ours. Do you see how she knows who we are and we're separate, but still is actively trying to put us in this box with them? Remember, they're not trying to get in the box with you because they love you. They trying to get in the box with you so that they can switch with you. This is some goddamn Scooby-Doo shit. They want to put you in the box with them so that they can come out and say that they are you. That's That's what this is all about. That's why they keep trying to group them with us. Because as long as they can put themselves next to us, they can lie and say that they're the truth and we're the lie. They're the original and we're the copy. This is what she just did. You literally said we're different, but then see us with African Americans and us African. No, because we're not African Americans. And neither are you. Do that damn genealogy.
She was really relying on community, you know, relying on alternative to go to schools like Princeton, right? Like,
thank you for saying
they
that.
were the first.
And stop thanking them for saying that. Stop. Stop looking for validation outside of you. That's some niggas' problems. Y'all waiting for them to tell you right. Why? Why you think they look? Listen, they know that you're looking for them to validate you. They know exactly what they're doing. They know that you need them to validate you. That's why they come on the internet and say the shit that they say. They want to get under your skin. And a couple of them know, just like Godfrey got y'all like that. That's just how Godfrey got y'all. Compliments, taken up. Compliments, taken up. Then Mad Day come and you find out who's really what. Stop looking for validation outside of Black America. You don't need no immigrant and no tether to tell us who we are. We know that. Stop thanking them. As a matter of fact, the only thing you should be saying is tell some of your immigrant tether friends that. Stop worrying and looking for outsiders to validate you, Black America. You don't need validation from none of these tethers. None of them, not even the white folks. Stop doing that.
Really important to say that, you know, and I think people are like, they have to recognize that African Americans are not immigrants, right? So I think that, you know, to survive in this country, African Americans have had to work outside of systems in creative ways. So I've been thinking about how do we work outside of systems and leveraging a lot of what African Americans did, which was really relying on community, you know, relying on alternative funding structures and thinking about what does that look like.
Them people study how communal we was in the past and then they apply it to their present. Because at one point, we were extremely communal. At one point, we cared about each other. At one point, we build with each other. That's the blueprint that they all using. Why they got us hating each other now, and we don't want to work with each other. We don't want to build with each other. We don't trust each other. They took our blueprint and then started applying it to their cultures. She thinks she's slick. You literally separated that we're not immigrants, but then you grouped us all into one group by calling us African Americans. Do not fall for this banana inside of that tailpipe. It's so many Africans that are coming over here trying to convince you that you're African so that they can switch spots with you and become the American. I don't know how y'all don't see that. I don't know how y'all don't see that. As long as you believe you African, they can come over here and say that they're American and get all the benefits that your ancestors worked for and died for. Everything that your ancestors worked and died for, now they get to come to America because you think you're African. Since you think you're African and you had an ethnogenesis or something like that, they get to come and reap your benefits while you go find Africa. Let's move on. Get the likes up on the video. And speaking of discombobulation, did y'all see in Michigan? Who in Michigan? The Arabs done took over, huh? Let's get them up here. First of all, let's talk about our politics. And that's why I talk about you niggas in politics. Y'all niggas is useless. Negroes in politics are the most useful Negroes on the face of this earth. The more and more I start digging into politics and see so much stuff you Negroes could be worried about and ain't worried about, it tells me everything I need to know. You Negroes be bought and paid for. All you political Negroes, bought and paid for. And for the rest of y'all who just follow us, following the last political Negro, you just as bad as him. All of these, I don't even dig into politics. But just me peeking into it, I keep saying to myself, how can we have all of these quote unquote black American in politics and nobody know about none of this shit? Oh, I forgot. Them black Americans is paid to keep you niggas stuck on Trump. Oh, yeah. As long as you focus on Trump, you don't know what the hell happening in your own backyard. And look what's happening in our backyards. So somehow, somewhere in Michigan, apparently, I don't know who these people is. I don't know what immigrants, Arabs, Ethiopians, don't get me the line. But they have completely taken over the government, and look at how they're handling the meetings. Look, it looked just like they handle shit back home. A whole bunch of chaos. I know they got white folks in Michigan, and I know they got niggas in Michigan. And let me tell you something. Them white folks and them niggas that's in them political spaces in Michigan made sure that these people sit in those seats. The black people y'all love down there in Michigan that y'all vote for because they came out there and threw a picnic, them the ones made sure the immigrants got in your seat. Yay. All y'all favorite political people. They help the immigrants steal your shit every day, 90 going west. So I don't give a damn. I don't even like black politicians. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't trust them bitches as far as I can see them. But let's get into these people in the Michigan government. Let's get into it. It looked like a third world country. Look.
Do the same thing every council meeting. I can, and I can make the decision. You can do everyone. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. No. I don't know. This is the way to practice.
The question here is, who brought this resolution? The original one.
Very good. Original, someone brought it. No.
You can back them here.
My question is
where are we? This can't be the United States of America.
I'm speaking. I have done enough.
I am speaking.
Your behavior is very bad. Okay, very bad. Because you are very disrespectful man. I will speak for 30 seconds. No, excuse me, you cannot. I'm speaking. Not to allow anybody in the audience.
And look at the one nigga. You see that one nigga that's sitting there? Just sitting there because he helped them get there. I don't know who that is. Every nigga that be in y'all politics that y'all love down to the ground, these mayors y'all love, all of these people, they help them to do this to you. I can't wait till you niggas wake up off of that juice. Oh, when you niggas wake up out of that coma, it's gonna be hell to pay. When you niggas realize the people you love are the very people that screwed you over, it's gonna be hell to pay. What Hitler said, I'm trying to show y'all what the hell going on, but when you find out, it's gonna be World War III. That's what Hitler said.
This is you are my father to censor like outside business. Are you my parenting?
Oh my goodness. Listen, man. I am speaking. And I want you to know that this part of Michigan, yeah, they've been conquered for real. They got some real problems. They need to address it.
This isn't funny because it starts in Michigan. It starts there. It will be in the city near you if it ain't already there. How many of y'all checked on y'all what's going on in y'all city? Because I know that's what Atlanta politics look like. How many of y'all checking on what's going on in your local politics? I bet you 99% of y'all don't. And it ain't a bad, well, it is a bad thing in theory, but it ain't a bad thing because you haven't been taught to focus on your local politics. I keep telling y'all, while y'all put y'all focus on President Trump, you need to be putting your focus on your president governor. That's your real president, your goddamn governor. That's why they keep you focused on Trump. So you never pay attention to the real president, the one making the real decisions inside of your states and your cities. As long as you focus on that orange man up there, you'll never look at the one that's sitting in that smaller White House that's really screwing you over. And I know they got black people that live in this area. So now these black people are stuck under the rule of this. Man, oh man. Oh, man.
Contact the DOJ soon.
I can do the same thing every council meeting. I can, and I can make the decision. You can do everyone. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. No. I don't know. This is the way to practice.
only question here is who brought this resolution? The original one.
Very good.
Look at that black man. I don't know who he is, but I'm telling you, these your enemies. He part of them too. He part of them too. And you want to know why? Y'all was looking to Trump for state and local shit. I get it, but y'all got to understand the way the government works. You see, Trump is the federal part of the government. They supply the money. They don't have control over the states. The governor do. The only way the president control the states is through the money. Funding. I'll give you an example. Y'all know how like public schools get federal funding and then they change up the curriculum and things of that nature, or the hospital may get federal. The only way the federal government controls states is through the money. Facts. So if you having issues in Chicago, the president is not the person you need to see. The governor and the mayor, them the people you need to be beating down the door on. But the internet trick you. The internet make you believe that Trump is responsible for everything. And I'm not saying he's not responsible for a lot. But what I'm saying is they got y'all looking only at Trump, so you never look at what's going on in your local government. But this is also how this is a war strategy. This is a war strategy because we are at war. And remember, the foreigners are invading our lands. We at war. This is a war strategy. So as long as we keep them focused on Trump, we can sneak in more foreigners in the back door in their local governor, right? In their local government. So keep them focused on Trump. All you black politicians who love politics, y'all, your only talking points is going to be Trump. And while y'all got them over there looking this way at Trump, we're going to be sneaking all kind of foreigners in their state government, in their city government, and all kind of local government. We're going to make all the foreigners they police. We're going to make all the foreigners they judge. We're going to make you see what I'm saying? While you keep looking at Trump, because this is the black politics. The black politicians is Trump, 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 and this y'all. Yeah, because Trump is horrible. He's disgusting. Y'all over here. And while you doing this, they in the bike with the other foreigners. Hey, you go be the mayor. You go be the governor. You go be the police chief and then hire buku other Mexicans and stuff on there. Boom. While you keep looking at Trump, they setting up all kind of shop. They setting up all kind of shop on y'all. This is what I be telling y'all. This politics is a whole trick bag. Okay? So while you keep focusing on on the president, they'll continue to invade our cities and our states in the back door because none of us give a damn about what's really happening in our front and backyards. Yeah, it's the 3-card Monty scheme. That's exactly what it is. A 3-card Monty scheme. Y'all know how you play 3-card Monty? The man will be on the corner with 3 cards and he find somebody, hey, come pick a card. But you don't know that the person next to him that's trying to play with you is actually with the man. Yeah. Black people, the black politicians are the people standing next to the man at the 3-card Monty table. You the unsuspecting fool. The black dude is actually with the white boy who trying to swindle you out your money. The black political figure, the black person who love politics, they really with the white boy to help swindle you out your money. You just don't know it yet. Because in your mind, he black. He love me. I love him. We all the same. Dummy, stupid, duck, duck, goose. That's the play. That's the trick bag. That's the witchcraft. And like I say, it ain't funny because it's just in Michigan. By 365, it'll be all over the United States. By the time Black America wake up and understand what's really going on, we'll already have been invaded. It'll be too late. And I'm going to be real. Y'all want to know the real honest to God truth? Only the people who are conscious will be able to escape it. The rest of them will fall by the wayside. And also, let me say this to Black America. To those of you who are conscious enough to escape, if you try to turn back, God gonna turn you into a pillar of salt like he did Lot's wife. Y'all know the Bible book. Y'all know the Bible story. When God was rescuing Lot and his family from the city, and he told him, keep going, don't look back. And Lot kept going, and the wife looked back. It's gonna be a lot of you conscious niggas who understand what's going on. Some of y'all gonna look back and turn into a pillar of salt. Not me. I'm head up. Not me. I'm telling you. And then this is the gag too, because I've already thought about this. And what's also going to happen is those people who weren't able to raise their conscious awareness, they're going to fall by the wayside, and then they're going to resent the people who were able to. Then they're going to feel like, oh, it's a divide, and da-da-da-da. And basically, you know what it'll be? It'll be back to how it was when the cracker first got here. You had slave Negroes and you had freemen. Are y'all tracking? Just like when the cracker got here. They had slaves and they had freemen. I don't know which side y'all gonna be on. I'm gonna be a freeman. Okay? Let's move on. Get the likes up on the video. Let's get into Haitians protesting leaving, because all of this is connected. So mind you, Haiti's TPS has been taken away, right? So no more Haitians here and protected by temporary protective status given by the government, right? Okay. Once the TPS was lifted by the Supreme Court, now Haiti and Haitians have been being prepared to be expedited back to where they come from. Okay. Now, the biggest lie that Black America has been told is that immigrants have built this country. I've heard it 1,050 times. Immigrants have built this country. America is a country of immigrants. Without immigrants, what are we gonna do? Because only the immigrants can make America great. And you guys are nothing without that. They keep saying it over and over and over. And that's also witchcraft, because if you keep saying something over enough, people start to believe it. And it works because people have said it so much. They even got Black Americans who think that immigrants helped build the country. And that's a lie from the pits of hell. Immigrants ain't built a fuck thing in America. Let me bring that back, because I want y'all to really understand me. Immigrants ain't built a fuck thing inside of America. Not an infrastructure, not a building. They ain't create shit. Because guess what? If they were incapable of creating it where they come from, what in the fuck make you think they're gonna get here and have a miracle? If they couldn't create it at home, what makes you think they got to America and some miracle happened, and then now all of a sudden they building shit? Think about it. Think about it. Somebody drop down in the comments. Think about the logic behind the statement that immigrants built the country. None of said immigrants have a country to go back to, but you want us to believe that they built this country? And where were we? What were we doing when they were building this country? Where was we at? What was going on with us? They came to a country that was already built by you and your ancestors. You got to keep in mind, Black Americans have not stopped. We didn't stop really adding to infrastructure in this country for real, until like the 90s and the 2000s. It was recent where they really started pushing us out of these jobs, in droves. But all of us got a grandfather who built something with his bare hands. And if you don't have one, do your genealogy. I swear to God, you'll find one. Most of us who've done genealogy have found that not only do we have grandparents that built things with their bare hands, they were innovators and creators. I'm talking about they were creating shit that had never been seen before. And all of these immigrants pouring in from all of these other parts with nothing to go back to, you want us to believe that they built America? Oh my God. Adios, meals. I know you're fucking lying. But if you say it over and over again, people will begin to believe it. And that's exactly what happened. So why is this important? The Haitians have lost their TPS. And what do you think the very first thing they go to when they start the protest? Because now they're protesting. The Haitians are protesting because they lost their TPS. And they get on this internet and says that America is nothing without Haitians. Because apparently Haitians have also helped to build America. Mind you, Haiti is a fourth world country. Fourth world. Let me see if I can go find a picture of Haiti before we get into the video. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find a video of Haiti. Hold on. So y'all can see the people and what. Because see, this is the thing. The only reason why this works is because nobody digs into where these people come from. Nobody digs into where these people come from. Hold on. I want to show y'all what Haiti looks like. I don't know what this is. This is what Haiti looks like if you can see it in the background. Dirt roads, barely got buildings. A lot of them don't even have how do you say? A lot of them don't even have running water. This is Haiti, okay? And this ain't really a better video. Let me see if I can find a better one. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble for that blicky. Hold on. Again, the people of Haiti are beautiful, but the country is not. And they want us to believe that if they built America, but the whole time they can't build Haiti. What is this? That's an old house on fire. I'm not even going to use that. But listen, Haiti is not what we think it is, okay? It's a third, fourth world country. Now, I want to get into the Haitians who are protesting because they don't want to go home. Remember, they would rather go anywhere but home. These proud Haitians who just love Haiti and can't see nothing beyond Haiti would want everything in the world except to go home. So now they're going to protest and they're going to swear to God that America needs Haitians because Haitians, if they leave, is going to literally tank the economy, according to them. Let's get into it.
No way! No way! No way!
Hi, this is Marie Pereira, Island TV legal analyst. I'm here at the Little Haiti Cultural Center where hundreds and hundreds of Haitians and non-Haitians are gathering together to see what can be done to stop the termination of TPS.
My hope is that our conversations today will get the individuals who have the power to make change to sit down and reconsider these decisions.
Amazon's not going to function. Walmart's not going to function. Publix is not going to function without Haitians. We need to make sure that our corporations understand the value of Haitians, especially in Florida.
People are going to be forced to leave. They're going to have to go back to a country that is unstable. And then the economy here in America is going to collapse because a lot of these people have car notes. They have mortgages. Who's going to work in the hotels?
95% of people who's working in the nursing home, the majority of them are TPS recipients.
Temporary means temporary in as much as conditions have changed. Haiti is the category 4 now in terms of lack of security, in terms of violence, instead of gang violence, violence against women.
What does that have to do with us, ma'am? I thought that Haiti was such a beautiful place and Haiti had all of this and Haiti sparked Black America's revolution and all. I thought Haiti was all of that. What do you mean it's unsafe? What do you mean you don't have this? What do you mean? That ain't our problem, no, Haiti. Y'all gotta go. And let's be clear, Haitians are being kicked out of everywhere too. They like the Nigerians junior. They like junior Nigerians. Everywhere all over the Caribbean, the Haitians are getting kicked out. Don't let them fool y'all in America. We talked about it. I showed y'all how the Bahamians kick them out. I showed y'all how the Jamaicans is kicking them out. That ain't got nothing to do with us, Fefe. Don't let them fool y'all. It went from the economy's gonna crash to we can't go home because it's not safe. Go home, Tether. Go home. Go on home, Fat. We don't need you here. We didn't ask you to come here. We don't need you here. Then you niggas got here and started showing your ass. Y'all got up under, what's his name, Biden, and he gave y'all that TPS and started giving you niggas food stamps and welfare, and y'all showed y'all black asses. Yes, you did. I ain't gonna lie. I felt personally played because I remember windmilling when they had y'all stopped at the border with them white boys on that horse, acting like he wanted to whip you niggas. I remember windmilling my damn self. So when I saw y'all show y'all ass, I felt played personally. Because prior to this, I was pro-black. Pro B1, everybody. I was a duck goose like the rest of y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Not y'all, but some people who still on that type of mentality. I was still in that certain mentality. And I'll never forget when them white boys came out there and had them horses and they had them whips and they looked like they was going to whoop y'all ass to get y'all back across that damn border. I windmill with my head down. All for y'all to get all the way over here and give us y'all ass to kiss, carry y'all ass home. Take the skills, knowledge, and assessments that y'all created and learned over here in America and go back home and build infrastructure at home. See, I don't understand what's so wrong with that concept. I mean, I know what's so wrong with it because you know it'll never happen. But what I'm saying is, if you feel like you're so great, you had all of this stuff to say about you and what you did in America, show us better than you could tell us. Go home and build the same thing there. All of your Haitian politicians, y'all go back to Haiti and create a new political government. All of you Haitian builders, go back home and build some spigots so y'all can get some clean water or something. Go back home, take the things you learned from here, and go home and show us that it made sense. But y'all refuse. Again, it's a lie that immigrants built this country. They ain't built shit. That's why they can't build it at home. And that's why on the first thought of you telling immigrants to go home, they panic. Mind you, prior to you telling them to go home, because immigrants built this country. America's a country of immigrants. Without immigrants, America would be nothing. But as soon as you say go home, oh, no, I cannot go home. Oh, no, the government, I cannot go home, nigga. No, I cannot. You don't understand what's going on in Jamaica. I cannot go home. No, me not midday like coming. Me want go home. No. Me never go home. No. See, you see how the conversation changed? Y'all so great over here. Show us how great you is at home. Let's move on. We created the modern toilet. We created the original toilet. Remember, toilets were created by Black Americans. Even showers, washing your ass. That didn't come from Africa. That came from Black America. They lied and told you that Africa because they wanted you to believe that you were African. No. Everything that the world has came from Black America. The cars, the planes, the clothes, washing your ass, the food, the lingo, everything the world has comes from Black America. They better thank a nigga. You better thank a nigga. Everything the world has that means anything to society came from us. The only people who don't know it is us. We the only people don't know it yet. Yup, soap, even toothpaste. Did y'all know that the reason why Black Americans were the poster child for toothpaste is because we created toothpastes and toothbrushes and we had the prettiest smiles? You know why that is? Because prior to us getting turly teeth, we actually had real pride in our teeth. We brushed them every day and made sure they was white and pearly and pretty. So even all over the world, whenever they try to sell Colgate and any kind of toothpaste, they always kept a nigger on the tube. Why? Some people might look at it as racist, but it was because we had the best teeth. We the cleanest people walking this earth. Even a homeless man find a way to wash his ass. Think about it. We are the cleanest people on earth. Even a homeless man will find a way to wash his ass. That's a fact. Even a homeless Black American will sneak inside of a truck stop or something to wash his ass. So yeah, we are the originators of everything. The only people who don't know that is us. Us. We the only people that I need to convince. I don't need to convince nobody else because they know I'm trying to convince you because that's who we are. Think about it. Just whenever we get off the live, just think about everything that the world has and think about its origin. And it comes right back home, right back here to us. From running water to buildings, beds, cars, clothes, planes, trains, all of that shit come back home. How Ike said the name stays here. The name got my daddy blood on it. Oh yeah, the name got my daddy blood on it. The name stays. She can go, but the name stays here. Oh, that's the mentality y'all gotta have because it's true. It's a fact. It's a fact. Now let's move on. Let's get into the music bit because this isn't more about African versus Black. It's more or less about what's going on in music. And this is very important because Black Americans have been screwed over really bad when it comes to music. Okay? Hold on one second. I'm trying to see something. Never mind. Anyways, let's get into the music bit. So have y'all noticed that people who do music cannot really get up off the ground? This is what's going on because it makes me think about the Biggie thing with Zeus Network signing to Zeus Network. When Black Americans start to do music, we typically go run and look for a label. And that's by design because in our minds, we need the label in order for us to make sure that we make good music. But the fact of the matter is we've never needed the label. The label has always needed us, okay? But if we don't know that, we'll continue to run behind these labels. Now, because we think we need the labels, now we can't make music or we act like we can't make music unless the labels are involved. And it creates a system or it creates a situation where the artists feel like they are nothing without the label when it's the opposite way around. And I think I said that. And that's a problem. And the problem is because we are the ones who creating the art. I get it. You see other people all over the world making music, but they're not creating that shit. They're literally watching us and creating other forms of what we've already done or just regurgitating the shit they already seen us do. The only true creators when it comes to popular music is us. We the ones in the lab creating shit from here, not AI. Only Black Americans, listen to me. We the ones sitting, I don't know what we doing now, but we were the ones who were creating music from the very beginning in our brains and literally materializing what we heard in our minds on wax. That's what creating music is all about. Now, why is this important? Ooh, I want to show y'all this before we move on. This is a side note. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to bring this up, but I'm glad I saw it because I do want to show you this as a side note. Let me see. Do I? I'll come back to it. So anyways, like I was saying, we're the only ones. What was I saying? Girl, I'm all over the place. Oh, the music. So we're the only ones who's trying to do music, and we find ourselves in a whole bunch of BS because we end up dealing with these labels, and the labels end up screwing us over. We already know how that goes. Now, what I found is streaming has killed music. And anybody who knows about streaming, you know that people don't make a lot of money off of streaming, right? And on top of that, they made sure they took all the real talented people out and then replaced us with the non-talented, nice-looking people. That's why Tiana Taylor did that horrible performance she did. But neither here nor there. Black Americans who are creating music, in my opinion, and I'm not no record exec or nothing like that. I'm just a bitch on YouTube. Please, pay me no mind. Just keep your ears open. In my opinion, I think that Black Americans who are creating music, I think the best thing for us to do is bypass the industry. I think that we should own 100% of anything that we create. We don't need to sign to nobody, because what I realized is signing to these labels is really for show. It's really it's for the look, to make it look like you got a whole team and a whole bunch of money behind you, but the artists never really walk away with anything, especially since streaming has come into a play. But I think that Black Americans should start their own. When they do music, I think it should be 100% owned by us. It should be a FUBU operation, and I don't think we need to be going to labels. I think, and I haven't looked further into it, but I think we need to take more of a method than what's his name, Soulja Boy took. You know, the Soulja Boy off in it, he released it straight to YouTube, and then that then brought him further success. But he still owned the song because it was straight his. Now, I'm not saying release straight to YouTube, but I'm saying the concept, I think, will be better for us if we release our music via ourselves versus running behind these labels. Because let me tell you something. The labels are in bed with the industry, and the industry is like the casino. The house always wins. The industry is like the casino. The house will always win. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, the industry is what introduced streaming so that they can take total control of our culture through music. So the reason why Black Americans can't hardly make no money off of streaming, because that's where I'm going with this. Streaming. The industry introduces streaming. Mind you, we already signed into labels. So you're already getting pennies on the dollar for every unit you sell. Then when you implement streaming where people are literally streaming and getting millions of streams and getting $2,000 in the account, it literally took away your ability to make money for your creative art, which is the music. In my opinion, that was done by design. Okay. And I know it was. I remember the whole Napstar thing and all of that stuff was going on. All of that stuff was done by design. It was a way to slowly but surely, gradually take you out of your culture, meaning you no longer have control nor any type of say over it. And we have full total control. That's why the only music we got is what the industry put out, because now they have full and total control. Black America, if we want to save ourselves and save our music, we got to get away from these industries, and we got to get away from these labels. And also when it comes to streaming, now that I don't know as far as the money, how we're going to fix that. I hadn't looked far into that, but I will say is this streaming thing is a target directly targeted at Black Americans who are creatives and do music. Okay. Now I want to show y'all this video because I feel like I was all over the place, but y'all will get it. Listen, I want to show you this video of this girl. Hold on. And she's speaking about money in the music industry and streaming. And she's going to basically tell you that there's no money in it. Now, remember, it's all about Black American and our economy, right? Economics. We're trying to figure out how to be self-sufficient, self-sustainable. And also we're trying to figure out how to cut out these crackers and all these other people as middlemen. Okay. Now, because a lot of us love music like we love sports, that's the jobs and the pieces that they occupy, and not only occupy. What's the word I want to say? Those are the ones those are the situations they go in to conquer, because they know it's a lot of us in there. Okay, so they conquer the music, they conquer the sports so that they can have full and total control, and they can continue to steal from us. Because basically how it works now, no matter how creative you are, you're not going to make money off of streaming because it ain't no money there. That's the setup. Let's get into the video, y'all.
There's no money in music.
There's
the
no
actual
money.
Music.
Yeah, there's no money in music.
There's no money in actual music, because in the digital era that in the era that we're in now, streaming era.
Yeah.
I want people to understand it takes 80 streams on Apple Music to make $1. You have to listen to this song 80 times to make $1.
Wow.
So if you understand that,
Who's listening to the same song 80
you
times?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1 million streams is $4,000.
What?
Yeah. 1 million streams is $4,000.
Wow.
So should rappers take their music off stream to get it back to where people got to pay real money to get it?
Yep.
I would.
I think I don't even know the numbers. I got like 20 billion streams. I ain't really seen no big bag off of that.
1,500 streams is one spin or one record sale or something. That ain't that. Whoever made that up, they hate us.
The whole system been a scam. The math
Never added up with the record labels.
The math never was math.
And so when I got out of the music business, whoever want to still be in it, that's fine. But I'm out of the music industry because ain't no money in the music industry. It's a lot of things that we used to do. It ain't no money, and it done tapped out. They trying to figure out how to make money off of streams. When Snoop put a post up, said, man, I sold 1 billion streams. I only made this little money. Where the millions at?
They just sent me some shit from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000.
They hate us.
They took the money out the game when they put streaming in there. So again, you 0.0.0.4 of 1 cent. Nobody's making no bread. I love it, what I do. But I can make money by saying, if you want to give me less than 1 cent, then I'm going to go direct to consumer. I'm going to sell my product for
You can do that.
People who has a name.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. There you go.
I sell my product for $1. So if I sell 8,000 pieces, I made $8 grand. You know how many streams you got to do to get $8,000? So it doesn't make no sense for anybody who has a name unless that big dog is giving you a big check.
Listen, this attack on music is an attack on Black America. Because remember, everybody's music is a mirror, or if not a mirror, it's a chip off of our old block. Everybody's music origin starts from us. I don't give a damn what music it is. So when they decided, like I told y'all at the beginning of this video, 2 places that we occupy in entertainment by and large is music and sports. All of entertainment, but in specific, music and sports. So what that enemy, them Jews, what they did was they decided, hey, we're going to make sure that we cut them off at the neck. Let's cut them off at the neck. They were already doing it before streaming came along, because I learned real early on that artists was only getting less than $1, maybe $1 or something too, per CD. And this was back when CDs was $14.99 and $19.99. And when I realized the artist wasn't making but $1 off of that, I said, well, damn. So then they refined it even further. So now, at least during that time as an artist, you didn't make a lot of money, but you made a little something. Now they made it to where, as an artist, you can't make nothing. They basically trapped us. So where we feel like we want to go straight to the label, but that's another trap. They want to make it to where you don't make no money off of your streams. You got to go back old school, Black America. This is a direct attack on you. Only you. Yeah, other people will feel it, but it's not targeted at them. This is only targeted at us. This is economic warfare. See, we hadn't talked about economic warfare yet. We hadn't talked about how these people, this enemy, is setting up pieces on this chessboard to make sure economically we aren't sound, and economically we can't come back. That's what we're dealing with. I tell y'all every day, ground, meditate, and pray, because we're dealing in spiritual warfare. When I say spiritual warfare, it don't just mean some witchcraft shit. It don't just mean, oh, me and this girl beefing and she gonna put some juju on me. No, spiritual warfare encompasses all warfare, physical warfare, emotional, spiritual, all of that. All of that is in it. And that's the things that we have to combat. And let me tell you something about grounding. Grounding literally helps you to be able to open your eyes and see things clearer than what you would have if you had not done that. This is why I tell y'all, please ground, meditate, and pray. But the music, the streaming, the industry, all of that is economic warfare. We already dealing in economic warfare with the boycott. Nope, not a boycott. Wealth transfer that we're dealing with the Asians. We're going to have to start talking about economic warfare, because that's where we are. Okay? And we can't support the capitalists. Who are the capitalists? The Jay-Z's. The ones who don't give you nothing but want you to just spend all your money. That's a capitalist. The Cardi B's. That's a capitalist. She don't give you shit. She just wants you to come into the concert and spend all your money. And you think, oh, I had a great time. It was worth all $10,000 of my money, because I had a good time at the concert. Duck, duck, goose. They just got 10 racks off of you so you can feel good. They sold you a feel-good moment for 10 racks. Because that's what a lot of y'all be spending going on there getting them flow seats and things of that nature. Okay. And even if you don't get a flow seat and voodoo, I'll be in the nosebleed. That's still $150 too much, in my opinion. Okay. But yeah, we're dealing in economic warfare, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all got to be acknowledged, or y'all have to acknowledge that. And not only acknowledge it, understand it so you know how to fight back. It's kind of like we getting jumped. Girl, we getting jumped. They jumping us. All of the foreigners is jumping us. And we don't even know we getting jumped. We just know we getting hit across our head. I'm here to tell y'all they jumping us from every angle. Now, I did want to show y'all this video just for essay purposes. Get the likes up.
There are over 17 other richest Negroes in the Creek tribe of Indians, being worth $100,000 apiece. There are over 17 other Negroes in the Creek tribe that are worth from $5,000 to $20,000 each. Most Muskogee is mostly owned by rich Negroes, the Creek Nation.
Now, as you can see in the newspaper clipping, the two wealthy Muskogee Indians was Sugar George and Caesar Brewer. Let's keep going.
Come on now. Sugar T led 5,000 Creeks and 2,500 Seminoles escaped bondage. Okay. Yeah, this real history right here. There goes Sugar T Stone right there. Grave site. Caesar Brewer. Caesar Brewer. Wealthy Creek Indian. Right there.
We know the truth now.
Shout out to We Know the Truth. Hey, this is why they want you to believe you're from Africa so you could take a DNA test. These are the ancestors that are waiting for you to do your genealogy. You saw how he described the Negro Indians and how much they were worth. One worth 17,000, another worth 5,000, another worth 10,000. That means these were niggas with money. You seen the picture of the man. Let's get the man back up here. This a nigga with money. Hold on. Stop acting stupid. This a nigga with money. Look at the two. Come on, man. Watch out. This a nigga with money. I ain't even got to be in the 17 or 1800s to know a nigga with money. This a nigga with money. These are the people that they're trying to get you to forget about. These are the people that they don't want you to learn about. Because if you learn about that, then you can get reparations. And then also it changes your mindset. Let's say you did your genealogy and you realize my great granddaddy was a millionaire. Do you know what that would do to your mind? Especially after you thought all this time I ain't come from shit. I ain't never had shit. Do you know how that would literally shift your mentality? If you know my great granddaddy was a millionaire, or my great granddaddy built this city, or my great grandmother built. Do you know what that does to you energetically and spiritually and emotionally and all other factors? That's what they want to keep you away from. And that's why every day I come on here and tell you to do your genealogy. Because all of that information is somewhere hidden inside of your genealogy. That's why they kept having you to go down there and do the 23andMe and the African ancestry. That's all cap. They don't want y'all to find your real ancestors. Do your genealogy. Let me read a couple of super chats. Y'all get the likes up on the video. For real though. Do your genealogy. Never Burrows, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Vu, they Armenian, and allegedly the grandmother was heavy into sacrifice for the women in the family. Usually sacrifice men. There's a whole documentary on YouTube and other sites. OM. Oh, so they were, what'd you say? Armenian. Ain't that Kim Kardashian people? For y'all who don't know, Never Burrows is talking about them people inside of Michigan, the new politicians who was out there acting like this was a third world country. That is a shame. I'm gonna have to find that on YouTube. Thank you, Never Burrows. Everyday Mimi, thank you so much, Everyday Mimi, for the super chat. Says, love you, internet auntie. Thank you, beautiful internet niece. Thank you, and I love you too, boo. I love you back. You got to know it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, funny he used selling drugs as the metaphor, the outside destroying the community. So Jay is up there at Target destroying, selling the community. Absolutely. Jay-Z ain't never gave a damn about no niggas. The problem is niggas always felt like because he was the first black billionaire, he gotta love niggas. He's gotta be representation for niggas. Cause we got a nigga billionaire who used to sell crack. And when a nigga go from crack to billionaire, that's big for the community. So Jigga gotta love a nigga. Jigga don't give a damn about you niggas. And he a plant. Thank you. The Homegirl Healer. I like that name. Thank you, the Homegirl Healer. You got a YouTube channel? Thank you for the super chat. Says Jay-Z had to do them concerts in New York to give the illusion of him still being in demand and highly and a successful turnout. The rest of us wouldn't turn out like that for him. Facts. Listen, Jay-Z went to New York because he know only Yankee Stadium and the people up there would entertain him. Jay-Z knows he also knows his fans are far and few in between. What do I mean by that? That nigga don't have that impact like he used to. Niggas don't know Jay-Z like that. Only people who know him like that is people from my age group. Them cheering on nothing about no goddamn Jay-Z. Them cheering on that boy. That's only my crowd. That's my group. That's us 30 to 35. That's us fucking with that nigga. Them cheering on nothing about that boy. Yeah, you're right. Shout out. Thank you to Homegirl Healer. I appreciate you. Because you're right. The rest of us wouldn't turn out like that for him. And he knows it. That's why he only did 3 shows. And I heard the baldhead Tasha K was on here saying that they didn't even really sell out them tickets. And I believe her. I believe baldhead Tasha. Yes, I do. It's all an illusion. And hey, it's Trey. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, real question. Should we get out and formally support current administration? That lady said they have 95% of nursing jobs. We need those. Oh, wow. Yeah. But remember, we were strategically pushed out of our jobs. Even if it's something as small as cutting grass, they strategically pushed us out and hired in the foreigners on purpose. And a lot of clear people who are trying to survive because they know their time is up. You know, clear people on their way out the door, they going extinct. You know what I'm saying? But clear people are trying to survive as well. So you see, like I saw the nurses up in New York or somewhere, all of them clear women having babies together. That's a survival mechanism. They on their way out the door. They going extinct. You know what I'm saying? Like the dinosaurs and things of that nature. They going extinct. So they trying to get together. I'm telling you, all them 19 women who was pregnant, I know they probably got some sort of surrogate or not surrogate. I'm pretty sure they had some sort of IVF. But now they strategically pushed us out of those jobs to add those people in. The only way to combat that is to take to those very people that y'all put inside of these political offices, these mayors and these governors, and then you put in a candidate that you know will have your back. Now, the problem is, Black America, we haven't created any candidates. So now we have to trust, and you knew that's a hard thing to do. Now we would have to trust that somebody we don't know is genuine and have our backs, when the fact of the matter is, it's more than highly likely that they don't. You know what I'm saying? But if we're smart and we commune like other people do, what we would do is create our own candidates. We raise them from babies like they do. Come on now, y'all gotta, I told y'all, if you ain't studying your enemy, you fucked up. You got to study him the way he studied you so you can know what he's doing. So what we have to do is the same way they do. We need to start creating candidates from Lil Bitty. Meaning indoctrinating them with, first of all, Black America first. Number 1. Number 2, loyalty to us. And number 3, so they can know all the things that we need and they can go into these positions and get them done. But right now, we don't have no candidates. So we got to find somebody that we think we could trust and hope that if we put our vote behind them, they'll do right by us. That's the only thing we could do at this moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's move on. And I got one more super chat. Al Nix, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, can I use you on my new album I'm working on? Email, yay, call me. VoodooDollPodcast@gmail.com. Yay, of course you can. I'm all here for it. You know what I'm saying? I love a good album. And let me know when the album come out. so I can go down and buy it. Okay. With that being said, though, let me get up off of here, though. I love y'all. Do all your research. Please research everything that you hear. Don't just take anybody's word at face value. Pay the information forward. Help somebody who may not know. Speak about this to your friends, family, and coworkers that are Black American, and be mindful of even them. I don't know about the coworkers, but friends and family for sure. With that being said, though, I love y'all. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.